Bow, bow, bow. Is that
That's how we're going to start the show every week. I'm just going to have you cut in, and that's how it is. Lexy Panterra, thank you for coming on Game Changers.
Thank you.
It's been amazing to kind of watch your career blossom and bloom in front of me over the last, I want to say, 5 years or so.
I know. So you did see me from like the no following.
Well, I saw you,
following.
as we mentioned it before, I saw you in Inappropriate the Musical, which I had a friend, Brenna Bloom, in.
Yeah, love her.
And that was before we had even talked or anything.
Yeah.
And she had told me, yo, you need to have this girl, Lexy, on your TV show at USC. I was like, all right, like if Brennan vouches for
Love
you,
Brennan. Yeah, then you gotta be someone nice, someone cool, right?
And that was kind of early, and then I kind of got to watch you and see your career mold and like really see how you leveled up in what you were doing and really change the game, which is why I wanted to sit down with you, because not many people get a real insight into your mind, I feel like.
No.
And there is so much going on in there, I can tell. And people need to learn from, the people in the game that are really moving the culture and doing what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I think that's the big thing I want to kind of get
thing.
to today, is like everything that you seem to do is like what you want to do.
Yeah.
Let's start right now, and then I want to kind of take it back. But I just want to ask you right now, I always usually just kind of say this to the Game Changers, is like, how are you doing right now?
Right now, in this present time, is a very transitioning, I think.
Yeah.
I go through my transition stages.
Yeah.
Right now is a transition stage for sure.
What's transition stage mean to you?
Just a lot of things that are slowly being grounded. So everything that I've been working on and like focusing on, this year, I think finally a lot of those things are going to be solid placed and where they're supposed to be, and just coming down to settle. You know what I mean? So it's comfortable.
Do you feel like it's been like a whirlwind, like just crazy the last few years, and like this is really where you're starting to like pick out the bits that are important to you?
That's exactly what it is. Yeah. So the music has been really recently, this past year, I've been really focused on the music. And yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Music's been like, obviously, like a crazy passion of yours through
Forever.
your whole life.
Yeah, whole life.
And a lot of people that may have like only like seen you and you're part of your career as you were doing, Lexy Twerkout and all that stuff. They haven't seen the side of this musician that is so passionate about her craft. So let's go back and kind of like see where that started with you, music-wise. What kind of really...
I mean, when I started, I was 16. I was in a girl group.
Yeah.
And then I left there. I mean, we did so much there. We did performances, little albums and stuff. And then I left that group because I wanted to be solo. And I had more to show the world, I guess.
You wanted to do the Justin Timberlake and get out of it.
I was like, I'm a solo artist, like, skirt. But I love them. They're awesome. But I had to leave, and I started working on my own music and started to meet some people in the music business, more people. And it's always been a passion of mine. And even when I, like, tried to like give up or like okay, like I don't want to do it anymore, like it's exhausting or whatever it is, or it's hard, it's the hardest thing to be in at all ever. It's not like being a doctor, you don't go to school for this, like you just there's not
a path that you can just tick off every box and all of a sudden you're gonna be there.
No. So that's I chose that, but it's the passion, so it always comes back around, right? Something always grabbed me. It was like, nope, this is what's happening. I'm like, oh, I gotta grab this because it's a good opportunity. So it brought me back into the music, into the music. So I went solo. I had a single out on, Power 106. It was called Super Dupa. And it got
Was that the one with Eric Deluxe?
And stuff. No. Me and him it was after. Me and Eric were after.
Got you.
And then I started, I put out like another album. My dad was the one who backed everything and helped co-produce. Not musically, but money-wise. And
financially,
helped me with that financially.
That's amazing to have parents that, really supported the musical career and goals, because a lot of kids, that's one of the toughest things is...
Their parents don't agree. My grandmother was a huge poet, singer in Iran, so my dad knew that, okay, this might happen, right? And I've been wanting to do it since I was little, so he's like, all right, if you're going to do it, let me help you,
Did your grandmother, like, in that sense, like, did that have any kind of influence on you wanting to do like
when I was younger,
arts as
100%,
a young?
when I was like 14, my dad would play all her stuff all the time, or even younger, play all her music. She passed away, so it was always, you know, her playing her stuff and the things that she wrote, and so I grew up listening to it and wanting to do it. I don't, you know, that's just what I wanted. It just, maybe it was in the blood. I don't know what it was, but I was always around it. So yeah, it's something I wanted to do. He supported it 1,000,000%. My mom came from like not having anything. My dad had something. So I kind of grew up for both worlds. And that's why I moved to LA to do my music thing. Because
so where were you living before that?
I was in Sacramento.
Okay.
I was in Sacramento with my mom and my stepdad and all his family. That's how I learned how to do the dancing thing.
Yeah.
And I moved because I wanted to really focus on music, and it was my passion. And so, I mean, I've just been in it. And then I met Eric. Then I met, you know, you just start meeting different levels, different people. And you start working with those, working with these, making friendships. And now I'm here, and it's... I'm happy about it. I'm more into it than I've ever been right now. Making
that move from like Sacramento coming down to Los Angeles, like there's a big difference in like the level, the culture, what's going on.
Yeah, huge.
That's something that a lot of people really struggle with doing. You know what I mean? Like you kind of get to that level wherever you are, and if you don't jump off ship and go to the next level wherever you have to go, like that's a tough step.
There's so many steps.
How was that step for you though?
Just what meeting?
Coming down from Sacramento and being like it thrown into this new kind of like life. Like I came from Australia, and I didn't know what I was getting myself into.
I still don't know what I'm getting myself into. It's every year you learn that it's harder.
Yeah.
But you're more prepared for it. But now that I think about how hard the industry actually is to be in it and to succeed in it, I'm surprised that people like Mozzie, for instance, who's from Sacramento, my hood. We grew up in the same exact area.
He's actually playing at Power 106.
Same street.
Powerhouse. Our Powerhouse Festival.
He's killing it now. He's so talented. We just got in the studio together. We made a track together.
Awesome.
And but it's interesting to see how someone like that can make it in this industry, because there's so many levels. Like, who says it? There's so many levels to this shit.
Oh yeah.
There's so many levels that it almost seems impossible when you look back. And think about someone coming from somewhere that's not so great. No one knows fucking your name. No one knows anything.
But that's the beauty, I think, also, is that, you know, like you've been doing this, and now you get to kind of share this journey with the people that you knew before anyone knew who you were, or before anyone knew who they were. Those are the real ones that are going to be standing by, and you're going to have those relationships and going to get to work with, and it's going to be meaningful.
Yeah, very true. I love it. I love that part of it.
When you came down to LA, I want to kind of like really focus before we even get to the point of where you've really started your company and you started that. What's musically like in it, like musical in Lexy, like before that? Like, what are you working on, and do you think you were like really serious in music back then?
No, I wasn't. Now I am. And I didn't know what it took to. I was passionate about it. So yeah, I was putting in what I wanted and how much I felt like I should have. Now that I think about it, you know, now I'm into the producers and who's producing the music, who's engineering the music, and I've never cared or thought about it, right? And also writing. Back in the day, I had nothing to write about. What was I going to write about? Nothing. You know, I didn't go through relationships. Like, I wasn't even allowed to have a fucking boyfriend. Like, and so now I've been through some shit. And there's so much I want to write about. And now I know more about the production and the producing, and like, I'm so into it now. I love it. I'm in a comfortable space with music. And I never felt like I really felt like fit in, which you're not supposed to fit in, but I feel comfortable fitting in myself, you know, myself.
What's that feel like? Because people...
I'll write whatever the fuck I want to write, put out whatever I want to put out, and that's how I feel now. You get so like, I don't want to put this out, or it's not ready, or like, maybe that's not the type of music I want to do, or like, you know, you get put in these categories. Now I'm like, listen, I'm making the music I want to make, what I like to make, and I have a lot to say, and the people who are going to fuck with it are going to fuck with it, and that's it.
What's the switch that happens in your mentality that gets you to a point where you really feel comfortable, you know? Like, and I feel like it's definitely something that when I sit down with people in here, they have that moment, or they have that thing that kind of happens to them where they go, I'm comfortable with where I am and who I am.
I think it's just getting older.
Yeah.
And that shocks me for like Justin Bieber, like these kids that are like super young and like stardom people that they had no idea who they were.
No.
There's no way. Me at my age now, I'm like, I feel comfortable in like what I want to do, and you know, that's the mold of like they were being molded a little bit, but I think it's the age thing and just experiencing maybe.
So I mentioned earlier that the first time I ever saw you was in a musical.
Yeah.
Was that
inappropriate?
Inappropriate.
It was so inappropriate.
That was
great.
Honestly, I'm not a musical person. Like, I don't like going to musicals.
Yeah.
And that one, I remember walking out and being like,
damn,
yo, this was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I'm into musicals now. Like, and then I went to another musical and I was like, nah.
It was a special musical because it was deep about real shit.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was cool.
Did you take any, like, going and watching that musical, there was a lot of points in that were, like, so poignant with, like, my life and, like, young people's lives around. Was there any points in that, like, in that musical that you kind of were like, damn, like, this is really good to educate people about this stuff?
Oh, yeah. I've never... The stuff that was in it is very intense stuff, as you know.
Yeah.
You might not know, but you'll see.
Yeah.
And street stuff and real stuff that, like, the bulimia and, like, all these things. I never know. I couldn't personally experience these things. I was very sheltered and, like you know, like, I wasn't out there like
no
that.
boyfriends.
Yeah, so, like, I didn't have too many of those issues.
Yeah.
But I definitely knew people who did, and it hit them hard, you know, and they're like, oh, you know, this is real shit you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
And I think it's great. Oh, it's great. That's how musicals should be.
Yeah.
Talk about some real stuff, just like music nowadays.
Well, and that's the beauty, I think, about, like, the platform of arts and culture and music, and, like, you're so lucky to be in that because you do have the potential to educate and push and tell your stories.
Yeah. Definitely.
Do you, like, wake up and kind of, like, when you think about what you get to do, what goes through your mind when you think about that?
It's a little giggle.
Yeah.
It's a laugh. It's a laugh. Because you get to do what you want to do. It's a blessing for sure.
Yeah.
But it's also very stressful. It's a 24-hour constant grind that no one realizes. They think that it's a little bit easy. It's definitely probably harder than their job.
Yeah.
20 times harder than what they're doing.
Because everyone's
mentally
out
stressful,
there.
emotionally stressful, but it's a passion that drives you, and that's it.
How do you deal with this? How do you deal with that kind of stress?
Well, listen, I'm trying to deal with it.
Well, that's what I mean.
Meditation, shit. I'm trying to.
You meditate?
No, I'm trying to find a meditation.
I meditate.
Class. You need to teach me.
I meditate, and it has changed my life.
Seriously.
Yes.
I want to try that. I think it's, you know what it is for me. It's my friends.
Yeah.
And I'm able to vent to my friends, and I have a good, solid friendship with, like, you know, my solid base.
Yeah.
And my family's really, you know, core too. So those are the things I think that help me, and the music.
Yeah.
Being in the studio now.
Friends and family are the two things that I think can keep you grounded.
Yeah.
And in this industry, a lot of people neglect those things.
Yeah.
I feel.
It's true. I make a lot of new friends.
Yeah.
I'm not no new friends. Like, no, I'm a people person. I fucking love people. I love talking.
Yeah.
And I make good, you know, make friendships. And then in LA, everyone says, like, oh, they're so fake. But the thing is when you're in LA and you're in the business, and not a lot of people talk about this.
Yeah.
We make relationships so that we can further in people's careers. All of us.
Yeah.
Whether they say fucking yes or no.
Yeah.
And it's not in a bad intention thing. Everyone knows this. You know, hey, how are you? Let's be friends. What do you do? Let's work together.
Yeah.
How can we both help each other's lives? That's what a friendship's about in a, you know, like a relationship. If not, what am I going to...
There has
what are you draining me for? You know,
in any relation, there's a two-way street.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's support as a friend or whether it's support in your career.
Yeah. So a lot of people get pissed off of that. It doesn't piss me off at all.
That's interesting because I've never really had anyone say.
I don't know why they don't talk about it. Everyone's so mad about, like, oh, she's using me. She's in. I'm like, well, what are you here for in LA? Working hard as fuck for. If you're not using the relationships you have, if you're not utilizing them, they're helping you, you're helping them. Like, I'm sorry, but let me know what you need, and I'll let you know what the fuck I need.
You must have you must have, like, a crazy filter and a gauge, though, because there's got to be people reaching out to you and people trying to, like, connect with you a lot of the time that you can tell are just trying to get something from you.
Yeah, that's very true. if it's very intense like that and you know they're not a good person, like there's a difference.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a difference between someone that's just coming for you like, and then if they want to do that, then give me some money. You know, like that's fine, but we're not gonna be friends. Like,
yeah.
I don't feel that confident and cool with you, but like if you want to pay me, then cool.
Yeah.
So that's where I take it. You know, some
Smart,
people you're not
though.
gonna fuck with.
No, of course.
Yeah, but the intention is definitely gonna be like, hey, how could we help each other?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mind that at all.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it.
There's got to be some type of mutual beneficial, relationship going on.
Yeah,
there.
100%.
Let's talk about, the step into the twerking world, because that's where I think obviously everything took off for you, and has given you this platform, this beautiful platform that you get to use now. Mm-hmm. How did that even come about? Because it was really out of nowhere. It was very...
Oh, yeah. Very unexpected. I felt like God, God and twerking.
Yeah.
God was like, here, this is what you're doing.
The first time I've heard God and twerk, I think in the same sentence.
No, really. God put this on my lap and he was like, here, what are you going to do with it?
Yeah.
It came out of nowhere. I didn't expect this at all. I didn't even know I could do it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
You didn't know that you could twerk, or you didn't know that you could turn it into a business?
Twerk or turn it into a business.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw some videos. I was excited about the twerking thing. I was like, I learned how when I was like 12 with my stepdad's family.
Yeah.
In Sacramento.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I practiced my whole life. No, like I wasn't twerking 13, 14, 15 in the
You're
club.
like, yeah, it took me 5 years to get that perfect
I probably
twerk.
learned a little bit, and then like I didn't do it after that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, let me do this. And I've never been the type to practice or rehearse ever. I hate it.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just don't.
You just like
even
to do.
studying. I just do, and if whatever outcome it is, it is.
See, I was gonna say, like, if you were getting A's, I hated you because I was the opposite. I had to
getting
study.
D's and C's.
Okay, so I don't feel bad about it.
No, absolutely not. You were doing way better than that, for sure. I hated school.
Yeah.
So I had this idea. I saw some videos, and I was like, let me do a twerk class. But automatically, for some reason in my head, it was Twerkout. It wasn't just twerking. I was like, I want a fitness dance class.
Yeah.
Because I was into fitness dance.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, let's do this. And I didn't practice. I called 15 of my girlfriends, I called my girlfriends up, and 15 showed up. Yeah. Including Christina Milian. Yeah. And they were like ecstatic, and that was the first time I taught and did anything. I was like, I'm just gonna wing it. Yeah. And I had a thought like, oh, we're just gonna do whatever. Went out there. I had a it just came out. It just boom, 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 boom. Yeah. This is what we're doing. Head to toe, boom. Yeah. And it happened, and it was great. And then that's when Christina loved it, so she just posted about it, and then it was what it was. So it went viral and blew up. Was that
lucky tipping point for you? Do you
100%,
think?
100%. That was it. Yeah.
Does she know that?
Yeah. I'm sure she knows that. Yeah. We've worked together after that. I've said thank you. Like, she knows, like, that I appreciate what she did. And she didn't intentionally do it. No. But it was the thing that she liked, and she loved it. And I was like, wow. So we started.
Well, and that's the organic process.
Yeah. It can happen like that.
Because if you're like reaching out to people like, hey, can you post this or whatnot, it feels forced. Yeah. You know? Yeah. And when people can honestly see that like someone that they follow is like, oh my God, I love this and I'm enjoying it, that's when it starts. But oh wow, maybe
and she saw the drive. And she always tells me like she saw the drive, she sees the passion, she sees like my hard work. Yeah. And she's like that, so she liked it. And that's why I think she helped me even more after. I didn't need it really, but she kept doing it. Because
that lucky break could happen to anyone, but there is this business mind, I feel like, in you that went, okay, let's work with this.
And make money off of it. So, for sure.
Where's the point in starting Lexy Twerkout where you go, okay, this is a business? Okay, this is something that I'm about to grow. Really? Oh, yeah. You came in like that.
I don't know why, but it just happened in the first class. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was like, no, we're going to start charging people. And then it was very VIP. No one could get on the list. Like, it was, I don't know, so many people trying to get on the list. And I can only, have certain, 30 people in class. And exclusive. I was like, oh, this is easy. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't making a lot of money. And I was like, oh, shit, it was racking in. Just cash. I was like, for sure.
I know. I would see all of your posts. It's like $15 or $20 cash. I was like, Lexy gotta be running around with bags out there.
Not anymore, but yeah.
Not anymore. Now you're like, all right, let's put this in a bag.
With stacks of cash. I was like, this is fucking cool. Like, damn. And I was like teaching dance at like after school programs and stuff, and I wasn't making a lot of money. Yeah. And I was like, this is cool. And I just had a passion for it. I was like, fuck it, let's do it. And it happened. And then I started, like, automatically, I was like, I need Instagram. I need my website. I need this. It just came naturally for me, though.
Yeah.
And you have to have that drive. Some people don't have it.
Yeah.
And it's fine, but some people don't have it.
Yeah.
But I think I had it. My dad is a business guy, so I think it came from
You kind of grew up with that knowledge of, like, okay, like, you got to be in front of all the eyes.
Yeah.
You have to be making it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have anyone around you that was, like, really kind of, like, helping you at that stage? Or was it, like, Lexy working, doing it all?
It was me doing it all, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How?
With the connect, like I said, from Christina.
Yeah.
There were some things I needed her, like, hey, how do you do, or where do you go from here, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Yes, she was probably that.
When did it start to kind of, like, spiral and, like, get to the point where you were like, holy shit, like, I can't believe what I've just created?
Very fast, because so many blogs and, like, you know, E-News and TMZ and everyone started picking up on it, and I had panic attacks. I had, like, anxiety, and I have anxiety sometimes. Yeah. And that's when that happened. Yeah. Because it happens fast.
How do you deal with that at the moment? Because I feel like that's the same thing that you kind of mentioned about, like, the Justin Biebers, the Chris Browns, that they have this moment where all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they're in the public eye. Yeah. You're on TMZ.
That's a lot. It's a lot.
How did you deal with that?
I don't know. Like I said, I had panic attacks. Yeah. I don't know if I think I dealt with it great, but I have a very hard shell cover because of my dad. My dad's really tough, like thick skin type of person. So I think that helped a lot. And a lot of the comments and weird shit, like, it didn't really affect me.
That's something I definitely wanted to get into.
It was a growing up thing. I think that helped.
Because coming with being in the public eye and coming with being a celebrity and people knowing about you comes the haters. You know what I mean? Like,
especially in the twerkout.
Especially in the twerkout, you know, because people are going to,
girl for sure.
People are going to judge. People are going to say you shouldn't be doing this or whatever it is. How do you stay on your goal and stay, like, passionate when there's people around that are doing, like, saying things that really they have no right?
Because on the other hand, I had all the other people that were emailing me telling me how amazing it was. So I didn't give a shit.
You got to focus on that.
I was like, you guys aren't even in it.
Yeah.
And half of the girls most of the guys are the haters, but the girls that were hating.
Really?
Yeah, the guys are such haters. They can't get you. It's like, oh, whatever. Yeah. I don't worry about them. But the girls that were hating, they didn't take the class. And so they don't know what the class was about or how it was or how they feel in the class. And once they do, when I take someone that, like, doesn't believe in it, and they're like, oh shit, like, this class is sick, it's fun, it's hard, it's empowering, it's, you know, all this, it makes you do things you've never done before with your own body. Yeah. That's what pushed me. I don't care about the people that didn't.
How does that feel? Like, knowing that you're really influencing people's lives positively. Like,
that's why I kept doing the twerkout class. Because I liked that. And
the reaction, like, I'm sure you've had people that have reached out to you and told you, like, you've either, like, steered them in the right way or given them more motivation.
100%. Emails. Pregnant woman that had babies. It feels big, nasty, gross. Like, I just had a baby. I'm not sexy anymore. They come to class and they're feeling like Beyonce walking out, and that's the feeling that is worth it.
That's one thing that I would always see in the videos that you would post, like, of your classes. Like, it didn't matter what your skin color, what your body size, whatever. They come in there and it's like a safe place where you can do what you want.
Freely, comfortably. No one's watching or judging or staring. Yeah. You're not in the gym creeping on, you know, people creeping on you. It's a good men take it. Yeah. But mostly gay men. Yeah. But it's a good space for us to do that, to do whatever we want to do in that space. Shake our ass if we want.
That's amazing.
Because all women want to.
No, my girlfriend, they all do, and she's going to kill me for saying this. She said she's coming down this weekend. She said, I want to go out. I just want to shake my ass.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, all right.
It's a safe space too, so come on in.
So you started then kind of like doing the almost like, I want to say professional videos, but the big ones. Yeah. The ones in New York City, I think was probably the one. I
wanted to make it a movie.
Yes. How did that, like, where does that come from in your mind, and how do you execute that so well that it goes completely bananas?
I was just like, it needs to be the best quality. I want it to be like a little mini movie. There has to be an intro, there has to be an outro, and me in the middle. Yeah. In cool spots. I wanted to do monumental, like, places. Just another idea.
New York City.
You know, New York City, Venice Beach. In front of the Bellagio.
Yeah.
There's a couple places, and I mean, they're sick. They're so sick. When I look at them, I'm shocked. I even surprise myself sometimes. I'm like, damn, this is really cool. Like, and you know really what you're doing. Yeah.
What's that feeling like when you produce that music that video and you sit back and you watch it?
I mean, it's just a magic. It's just your dreams coming to reality.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Was
and
that
if other people like it, you're like, all right, cool. I did something other people they like too.
Were those the videos that? Do you believe that was another huge leap in your
That was a huge step.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the internet sensation step.
Yeah.
For me, was the freestyle video, and the only reason why I did it was just for fun again.
Yeah.
Was because I was like, let's do a freestyle. No one does twerk freestyling, so let's do that, and that's what happened.
And then you're on TV shows. You're being photographed out.
All the reality shows and all that. Yeah.
At that stage, do you start to realize? Do you have a team around you at that stage, or is it still you?
Still me.
At what point do you realize I gotta have people around me that are helping me? Because it gets tough.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is why I started saying, like, okay, now I need a manager, now I need this, because there's so many people, relationships, all those things that you have to keep up with.
Yeah.
You have to remember things. And I even talked to Christina about this. This is a conversation we had.
Wow.
I met with her and I was like, how do you keep up with everything? How do you remember everything? I was like, do you write things down? Like, do you put it in your calendar? She's like, trust me, it gets easier. You'll get it.
Yeah.
She's like, it'll just come to you. She's like, don't stress about it. She's like, if you need extra help, get some sort of assistant or something.
Yeah.
And so it was definitely a conversation. I was very nervous about it because I was like, there's too much going on. There's way too many things going on. I don't know what to do. So it just happened, though. It happened.
Is there a kind of point where, like, juggling all this stuff, and I'm sure, and everyone gets to this point, I personally believe, where there's like that maybe a realization of like, I need to either, like you said, get someone, or this is just too much and I can't do it anymore.
There's no option for not too much. No way.
No.
I was like, I'm gonna do it. We're gonna figure out how to do it, and then you start building your team. And then when I started, doing the whole following thing, that's when I was like, okay, like a Zumba class, let's try to do it like a Zumba. So now I have the certified instructors. Yeah. I have classes all over. We're going to do a tour soon. I have my team. I have my guy, my girls. My apparel is coming out.
I was definitely going to get into the apparel because you're killing it in that.
Brand new stuff actually, like this or next month's coming out. And every month it's going to change. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
And now I have my girl Justine who takes care of all Twerkout stuff, planning, scheduling, everything. So I don't have to focus on that. I can focus more on the music. Yeah. And it feels comfortable, it's good, and it's going, and that's it. So
now you have this baby that's kind of like almost running itself over there.
Kind of by itself, yeah.
You have this that you've built in such a quick amount of time when you really look back at it.
It's been like 4 years maybe.
4 years, and you have this, sensational business going on. Now it's kind of time, I believe, for you to focus on what has always been your passion, singing, the music. How does
dancing and acting came along with it.
Yeah.
It's always been like that.
Yeah.
Like the musical, singing, dancing, acting. That's what I want.
But I believe that now you're in a position where you've set this platform. You have this platform. You have these followers. You have the network that Twerkout and twerking and that gave you. Now you're in the place that's beautiful, and it's like, now you can use those to
do what I really want to do.
How does that feel?
And if they follow, they follow. If they don't, they don't.
Yeah.
That feels the best.
Yeah.
That's the best. I've worked hard to do this.
Oh,
like I said, since I was 16. And whatever way it got me there, it got me there. And now I'm like, okay, cool. Now that's handling itself. I'm making some money off of that.
Yeah.
I don't need to stress too much about the singing money side. So now I just do what I like to do and get in the studio, write what I want, let it all out, and put it out. And either they fuck with it,
And that was like a huge reason why I want to sit down with you, because I believe, like, one, I knew you before it all happened, so I already knew that you were passionate about music and about singing. But I feel like people, and it often happens with like reality stars that want to do music, or it happens with sports people that want to do music, but they wanted sports before. They get judged on what people have originally known them for.
People don't think that people can be talented.
And
there's a lot of middle America that are only good at one thing, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But there's people out there that are like me, or like a bunch of us in LA, that we like doing a lot of things, and we're talented in doing a lot of things. So let us do what we want to do.
Yeah.
And some people can't realize that.
Do you feel like that was exactly what I wanted to say?
To do, or we wanted. A lot of people didn't know that I did music. Yeah.
And do you feel like there is a message that like, and this is a huge point I wanted to kind of bring out here, is that like people from the outside judge so much, and they judge on like a 5% window of like knowing someone.
Right.
And I want people to know like what your true passions are and what your real drive is, because I hate to see people get niche marketed, or like,
yeah, I know.
You know?
Yeah, it sucks. I've definitely been niched in the twerkout. I know this though.
Yeah.
That's not going to stop me.
No.
But it's not, there's no reason, I would never give it up. This is just what I'm going to do. That's it.
So let's get into the music now then, you know what I mean? Because that's what, honestly, like when I bring it up, like the smile. Like, and that's awesome, you know? Like when I get to talk to people about their passion, and like you just see it in their eyes, like fun. This is what I get to do. That's the reason I do this.
Yes.
Where are you at in music right now?
I've been working on a lot of music. I've been in the studio a lot the past year. I've given up a lot. I've taken my focus from Twerkout and focused more on the music thing.
Yeah.
I've worked with a lot of different people now, collabing with people. Now I'm ready to get what I've done, look at it, place them all out, figure out exactly which ones I want to put out, how I'm going to put it out. I want to do videos to all of them.
Yeah.
I like specific, like going in after one.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't like listening to full albums. Depends if I really like the artist or not.
Yeah.
So for me, I really want to put one out, focus, music video, content, boom. Next one, focus, music video, content. But I've been working with a lot of cool people.
Who we've been working with?
So
that you can maybe tell me about.
I'll tell you them all.
Okay. Who we got?
No, so my homie Vori.
Okay.
Vori's music's popping right now, actually. His shit's coming up on my Spotify playlist now.
Nice.
And he's sick. He's really good friends with Bryson Tiller and wrote on his first album. And he's just super talented. So me and him have been in the studio, writing music, featuring, whatever. We're going to figure out. We have a couple together, so we'll see what we put out. I have a song with Marshmello.
I heard this on the grapevine, and I was like,
Through the grapevine.
Does Lexy have a song with Marshmello? Yep. That's huge.
I do have a song with Marshmello, and this song is sick. It's a sick song.
What are you talking about? Because I want to know what are you talking about?
It's love.
Love?
A little bit of love, yeah.
In your relationships?
It's a simple song.
Okay.
But yeah, like all my music's about relationships.
We were talking about relationships off air before we got in on this.
All of my music now, most of it, it's dance relatable, yes, but recently I've been in my feelings and in relationships.
Yeah. So do you feel like people are going to kind of like get a good insight into who Lexy is from your new music coming out?
Yeah.
You feel vulnerable doing that?
I haven't really put it out there, so it's exciting.
Yeah.
No, I'm not vulnerable. I don't feel vulnerable. I feel I want people to know. I'm like, look, this is what I've been going through.
But you're out there, running around with like A-list people. Like you're having relationships with people that, TMZ is spotting you out and doing these things. Yeah. It's like, where does that, like, I want everyone to know everything.
Yeah, well, not everything. Emotionally, it's interesting. Emotionally, I'm like, here it is.
Throw it on out there.
I don't necessarily want to get caught with anyone, specifically, but like I want you to know like the things that I've been going through because I know other people have been going through them and it's tough and it's like you're not the only one, that's been going through these things and I don't know what I think I have a feeling like what I want to name my EP and stuff. I'm not gonna tell you, but it definitely has to do with relationships and past exes type of thing. And then each song is kind of about either maybe the same person or different people. And yeah. So that
was my next question. That was my next question. Is there like a commonality between like the songs coming through that is going to be like, okay, these ones are about the same person?
A couple of them are about the same, and it's not all very specific. I mean, some of it's like a muse thing, and then I just run off of that in my dream world. And then some of it's very real and very like, this is what happened and this is how I feel.
Do you let them know that you're about to...
I do. Yeah. Some of them I do.
What's that process like? Because I always think about that.
I wrote a song about you.
Yeah, because I always think about like Ed Sheeran and Taylor Swift and all these people. I'm like, yo, I hope you let them know about this song because like it's on every radio station now.
I tell them, they get excited about it. They're like, oh yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, shithead. Like,
oh yeah, you made that. I made that kind of impact. Yeah, you made an impact that I'm gonna be.
Oh, making that cash on? No. Yeah. I don't care. I tell them and they like it and it's cool.
Do you let them hear the song?
I haven't yet.
Okay.
I plan on it.
Yeah.
I plan on sending it to these people. Be like, here, enjoy. Bump this.
With a box of roses roses that are all like shriveled and stuff.
Yeah, dead roses.
Just with a little MP3 player in there. Like, here, play this. Cry.
And I hope that people like. Some people know who I've dated and some people don't. And I mean it's their guess of who it's about.
You must have a million guys trying to freaking DM you and try to date you.
Kinda. No one's serious though. Everyone's just kind of in a fuck boy, fuck girl world, and especially in our industry.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like I date outside the industry for sure because it just I can't deal with having someone in that life.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Do you like run into that issue as well?
A lot. I can't date like I don't want to say normal person, but like someone that like isn't in the spotlight because either they're creepy, they're weirdos, or they don't understand the lifestyle of me being on tour for this long, or like why are you around so many guys and producers and they just don't get it.
Yeah.
And I'm a loyal person. I've never cheated.
Yeah.
Like I'm the loyal type. If I'm with you, I'm with you. But they get insecure, so it's hard to date someone that's not in the business. And then dating someone that is in the business is very hard too because then you're out either you're in or out of public.
Yeah.
Everyone knows everyone.
Yeah, that is true. We were talking about that earlier.
Everybody knows everybody. So it's like, hey, are you messing with this guy, this girl? They all know each other. So you kind of got to be, low key and weird about like pay attention to who knows who.
Yeah.
And now I'm just single working on my craft. I'm dating people.
Yeah.
But I'm very focused.
What does working on your craft look like? Like how?
Photo shoots, studio sessions, just constant meeting people, making sure I'm at the right places at the right time.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
What do you need in a studio to really kind of like get you to that place where you can just like divulge and like let everything out?
You have to have the right engineer producer with you that knows how to really work with you well, and that's hard to find. And if you have a writer with you, I write my music, but I like to have other people for sure come in and write. Yeah. I don't like to write by myself. I like to vibe off other people because I'll tell them the stories and they can help me get it out too. Yeah. Or I even help them get it out. That's what I need in some dark setting space and just to fucking just go in. Hey, some snacks. I'm eating a lot in the studio.
What are we snacking on in the studio?
That's what sucks.
Studio weight?
I got an Arizona tea. I got some candy maybe. A little bit of Persian. I don't know, some Persian weird snacks. But I definitely have my snacks. Yeah.
Have you had any like have you had anyone reach out to you that like has surprised you? In the music kind of area that's, either wanting to like be involved or just even giving you kind of like...
I mean, recently, yeah.
Who?
If
you want to tell me. I say who, just say, yeah, who is it?
No, I mean, just different producers and stuff that are really big now, and I'm like, oh shit, like, this is the real deal. That's fucking great, because now I'm actually being recognized as a musician, and they've seen, like, more talent on that side, and it's such a great, overwhelming feeling of happiness, because there's these people that I've been wanting to work with that wouldn't take me seriously, and I get it. Yeah. I get it. But now it's happening. So now, and it's a lot of them's through DMs. I'll message them.
DMs is like the new way of
100% communication.
Business communication.
When you have that check mark up there too, you know, it's real. You get in there quicker, faster, and they're like, oh, who is this?
Yeah.
You know, you're not scared of it or like, oh, some weirdo. So, you know, I'm hitting up these certain producers and people that I want to work with, and they're hitting me back, so it's very cool. And when we get in sessions, they know I'm about my music. Yeah. It's not anything weird, unless I'm into you. Yeah. You know, but like, I'm like about my shit. Yeah. And so...
Which is like, if you look at what you've done, you have to be on your shit.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no way that you would get to where you are right now without being on it.
I know.
Who are you, like, who do you want to work with right now? Who's out, like...
Just like Boy Wonder is cool.
Crazy.
There's production. But see, people like him, there's some cool people that are in the same category and that I'm working with.
So
it's so exciting.
So is the EP ready?
EP is not ready.
Okay.
I feel like I still need to work a little bit on it. It's close though. I mean, just like mix and master type stuff. Nothing like crazy, but it's almost there.
Are you like a nitpicker on your music?
Kinda. I definitely am the type to be like, okay, well, I want to re-record all of this. And they're like, no, you're not doing that. I'm like, no, but I can get it better. Well, I just got to calm down sometimes. I am.
So the EP is pretty much done. What will be the step after the EP? Because I want to tour. Okay. That is one of my main goals, is touring. I love touring. Yeah. I like being on tour. I've toured in France. I've toured in Europe and stuff. I want to do a U.S. tour. Okay. And I don't mind opening up for someone. Yeah. Or doing my own small tour. Yeah. It's not going to be a huge thing. But that's something that definitely is in my future, and I'm very excited about. Where have you performed that has, like, really, like, stayed in your heart? Like, you performed to me and, like, wow, that experience is one that I will always kind of remember.
I wish I knew what the city was.
Explain it.
My best friend knows. Listen, I got the worst memory, by the way. You can ask anybody. I went on tour with this guy that we did 2 songs together. He's French, DJ Battle. Okay. And he was like top hip hop producer in maybe like 2009 or something like that. Yeah. And we did 2 tracks together. We toured it in France, and there was this one show where I was waiting in the back. It's so funny, these sketchy, like, little places in France. Like, it wasn't in Paris. It was a small town in France. Yeah. Like, outside, maybe 2 hours outside.
I'm thinking Taken with Liam Neeson right now.
That's what you should be thinking. That's exactly what
I'm worried for your safety at the moment. I'm glad that you're sitting here right now.
I have the security. I have people with me. My best friend was with me. I went out on stage, and it was an outside stage. And the stage was kind of in the middle of a club, but outside. Yeah. And it was just fucking packed, just filled. Yeah. I came out, they screamed like I was Beyonce or like Jay-Z. They're like, freaking out. And I'm like, oh shit. And I performed, and they were so close to the stage and cool. Oh, it was the best. It was so sick. Oh, that was my best performance there for sure, or at least the most hyped performance. It made my best friend cry. She was over there crying. She's like, oh my God, this is so crazy.
Is that amazing that you can have the people next to you that really...
Oh, she saw it from the beginning. She's like, this is insane. Like, how did this happen?
So I was at a concert, a festival in LA recently, and one of my buddies was playing in the band Tame Impala, and I couldn't believe it. Like, I was standing at the back, and I was like, I remember going to his open mics where it was me and 2 other people sitting there.
No, this is how it happens, and people think it happens overnight, and it doesn't. We've been grinding from the beginning.
And that's a huge point that I love about sitting down with people on Game Changers, is really getting to show that the people that everyone thinks are overnight successes because they've finally seen them in the limelight.
Some people are. Like those 16-year-olds. Well, they're like just...
And I think those...
Pop off.
Very rare. Yes, very true. Yeah. Very rare. But even like those ones, a lot of them, obviously excluding your Justin Biebers and your Chris Browns or whatever, they don't last. Yeah, you know what I mean? They haven't built that good foundation. Yeah. And that's what I think you've been doing over the last, 10 years that has gotten you to this place where now you feel comfortable in yourself and in your craft, you know?
I love it. It takes patience.
You mentioned, like, obviously being in France. Like, how does that, like, as
way better than... Just kidding. I love my U.S. But, like, there's so much more
But I mean, like, people...
Emotionally and just, they give everything, like, oh, you know.
That's crazy, though, because it's like, you're this girl from Sacramento, and, like, thinking that you're now on the other side of the world singing your music, and people know who you are.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's so cool. When I'm, like, outside, I'm like, damn, girl, you did it. You fucking did it. Yeah.
What is there a point, like, where is the point, I think, in your career so far where you really are like...
This is funny that you're asking. Keep going.
No. I want to know if your answer is my question.
Okay, so where do I feel where I'm gonna be satisfied in my success?
Yeah.
Is that the question?
Yeah.
Okay. Literally this week, I've had this conversation.
Wow.
And it came up.
Okay.
Twice. 3 times now.
3 times now.
One of my friends was like, what is it that, like, you know, when are you going to be satisfied in what you're doing? And I'm like, oh, that's
deep.
Fucking serious question.
That's deep.
And so I don't have the answer for this, but I've definitely started to think about it. And I'm such the type, just go. And I want to be at a place where I feel comfortable and successful and not have to keep, you know, grabbing. But I think it's after my first album out, and definitely toured U.S.
Yeah.
a couple times.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I really want to do. Like, that, I love the touring thing and performing.
Yeah.
So, like, when I'm out there performing, I feel happy.
That's your,
and
like,
I'm cool.
Your good place, your safe place.
And right now I'm not there.
Yeah.
Because I'm working on it, my music. So I think that's when I'm gonna be cool. Like, I'm gonna be happy when I'm there.
Do you have a balance, like, in your life? It's the one thing that I feel like everyone kind of struggles with. But do you have a balance with work and then having a normal life as well? Or do you believe that you're just so thrown yourself into your music and that's all it is?
I think it's all mixed now.
It's all mixed.
But it's okay. It's good. It's a good mix. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, and you it takes time to balance out.
So what's your fans, they want to hear your music.
Yeah.
They want to keep up on everything. What's the next thing that they're going to be hearing from you, you know? Even though I didn't even talk about this music video that you recently put out that is sultry as hell.
Which one?
The one with
So Good in the Deep End.
The
Giancarlo?
Giancarlo one?
Giancarlo. So hot, right?
Yes.
Smoking
You gotta talk about that. Hold up a second. What the I think he's the highest paid baseball player out there?
Yeah. You know what's interesting is that's crazy is I was very sketchy on putting it out. I was like, I don't know if I want to put this out. And it's been out because like different people have seen it and somehow it got out.
Yeah, it leaked. Wait, so it did leak?
It did. I didn't put it out myself.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought that was just a rumor that it leaked.
No, it didn't. I did not put this out.
Okay, because I watched it the other day.
Like, I was it's a great video.
Yeah.
A great video. I love the video. But it was so much that I was like, my ass it's so sexy, and I've never really done that because when I dance and stuff, I'm fully clothed. Like, I'm not, it's like a sexy thing. For me, it's not. In my mind, it's not like a sex thing. So this video was very personal and, like, you know, intimate. Yeah. And it came out and I was like, it kind of was cool. I was like, oh, fuck it. Like, where's
the moment where it comes out? Like how do you find out?
It was on YouTube. People, TMZ actually contacted me. And they were like, yo, what's going on? And I was like, okay.
You're like, wait, you have the video? How do you have the video?
I'm just going to let you know that the video's out. And he knew I was going to put it out. He didn't know when. It was about a year after.
Wow. So you, at that time...
Or maybe 9 months, or something like that, yeah.
Are you dating anyone at the time when this video comes out?
I was.
How does that go?
Oh, wait, was I? Oh, at the time the video came out. I was dating someone at the time that I did the video, which was tough. Yeah.
He knew about the video?
He didn't know full details.
Yeah.
And, but I told him it's going to be extremely sexy. I was like, honestly, it's like making out, but we're not making out.
Yeah.
And I'm in lingerie, so, like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And he wasn't that okay with it. No, but, like, he has to deal with it.
Yeah.
You got to deal with it. This is what I want to do. Like,
that's
you do
the struggle
what you want to do, I'm going to do what I want to do.
Finding someone that works well with your career path and your goals and dreams.
Back at that again, 100%.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a Did I have a boyfriend at the time it came out? No.
Because I can't imagine.
I think we broke up.
That coming out. Maybe he got out early because he knew it was coming out.
I don't even remember. Here's my memory again. Do you remember? Was I with my ex-boyfriend when the video came out?
We're asking the publicist over here.
Yeah, I broke up with him. Do you remember when the video came out? I broke up with him. I think it was in like April.
Okay.
EDC, April. I think it did. I think I had a boyfriend.
Yeah.
I don't think it went down that well.
I can't imagine so.
Yeah, no, I don't think it went down that well.
But I think that's going to be...
he saw people were sent it to him.
Well, that's going to be something you're going to be moving forward, like with finding someone that is like, they have to be okay with these things. It's your career. It's your goals, you know? But Giancarlo, he's cool with it.
Yeah, he likes it.
Yeah.
We both like it. It's a sick video. It's very sexy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you want people to know about you?
About me?
Like, what do you, like, what's... Lexy about?
Just that... Not about me. Just about the world that... Because the box thing was a big deal for me, and I'm slowly breaking out of it now.
Yeah.
And I think that is a big deal for the world. The world needs to stop doing that and putting people in these boxes, because then how are we supposed to grow as people? And even, if I put that person in a box, they wouldn't feel comfortable, And there's so many people who have different passions and talents, and just let them do what they want and be who they want to be.
Do you ever feel crushed by that box at some stage?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. Of course. It's like I can't grow fully, and I want to flourish, And if you put me in the box, I'll flourish eventually, coming through the fucking box.
You break through like those roots
the concrete,
this flower.
That's what it feels like. No one's gonna stop me, but it's not a cool feeling.
Yeah,
it fucking sucks.
It's amazing to see you flourish. It's amazing to be a part of it and really get to see a front seat and to help you share your story. And I'm just super excited for everything that Lexy has coming.
Thank you.
Moving forward.
Thank you. Me too.
Thank you.
I'm excited. Aww.